All right, back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing another beer from the Trillium Brewing Company, and they are out of both Boston and Canton, Massachusetts, and this is their Patersbier. So this is a Belgian-style Patersbier that comes in at 5.6% alcohol by volume, no IBUs listed time of review. This can is approximately 7 weeks old, and I want to give a huge thanks and shout out to the guys over at Nerdsense, Shaun and Mike, for hooking me up with this one. I'll post a link in the description box to their channel. Awesome dudes, great content, and I finally got a chance to meet them at the 2019 East Coast Beer Tuber Palooza. It was those guys, Kyle over at No Hype Beer Reviews, myself, and we all went to Matt over at Massive Beer Reviews. He graciously hosted, and yeah, it was a great time. And I went home with 3 different Trillium beers, and they were all courtesy of Shaun and Mike. They just hooked it up because that's the type of dudes they are. Great dudes. Anyway, so yeah, the cool thing about this for me is that most of Trillium beers that I've had have been either like hop forward beers, crazy pastry beers, or like fruited sours of some sort. So to drink a Belgian-style Patersbier is pretty cool. So if you're unfamiliar with Patersbier, I'm not going to sit here and act like I know everything about the style because I don't. But I do know it's kind of like I don't want to say like a Belgian table beer, but it's kind of like a lawnmower beer for like the Trappist monks. It's one that they can drink lower ABV, and they're not going to get sloshed, not drinking, they're not sitting there sessioning triples and quads and Belgian strong darks and all that stuff. They are drinking beers like this. And to see Trillium brew one and get a chance to try one's pretty cool. Now, I think this one was a part of their Permutation series, number 34, I believe, in the series, and then they ended up rebrewing it. I think it was a little bit lower in ABV. This is 5.6. I think that was like 5.2, something like that. So yeah, interesting stuff, and I can't wait to crack in this one and get it into a glass. Got the hashtag proper glassware. Let's go. Oh, so that's pouring out super light. Yeah, looking like a Belgian Vitbier. Actually reviewed Allagash's White for Mixed Six Pack Theme Month a day ago or so, and yeah, it kind of looks like that. This is a bright straw yellow color. Might be a little bit darker on camera, but man, that is super bright and vibrant. About a 2-finger of a fluffy white looking head. It honestly looks like a Belgian, like Pale Ale or a Belgian Vitbier. It just has those similarities. It really does. It just looks like those. So let's get a nose on it. Ooh, it's a nice like herbaceous floral. Oh, a little like bubblegum-ish on the nose. But yeah, herbaceous, floral, a little bit of earthiness. Underneath it, there's this like grainy, like almost, I was gonna say crackery, but it's more like a grainy, biscuity almost malt character to it, sweeter. A little bit of citrus, almost smells like a Belgian Vitbier. There's a little bit of like coriander, clovey type of like spiciness to it. And there's also like a citrus, like a sweet orange peel, a little bit of like a lemon character as well. I'm gonna inhale it. Slight stone fruit scent as well. But yeah, bubblegum, herbaceous, like herbal character, a little bit of earthiness, that biscuity malt character, a little bit of sweet orange peel, lemon. Actually quite complex. They're not like, it's not very intense or pungent on the nose, but it's there. Yeah, it smells pretty good. Let's get into it. Cheers, everybody, and thanks again, Shaun and Mike. Best thing I can say about this right off the get-go, I could crush a ton of these, and it's so easy to drink. Wow. That biscuity, almost bready malt character is really prevalent on the palate. Over top, all those characters are talking about, the earthiness, the herbaceousness, the sweeter orange peel, the lemon, the little bit of stone fruit. It's all there, but it's actually dialed back from the nose, and the nose wasn't all that intense, so body in this one, lower side of medium body, higher side of light body at 5.6%. Might be a touch thin, but I mean, you're going for, like I said, a lawnmower beer. You're going for an easy drinking beer. So I think the body is appropriate for the style. And then the mouthfeel, really crisp. This one's actually relatively clean as well. Almost lager-esque in how crisp and clean this one is. It finishes semi-dry, slight touch of residual sweetness. Really just a touch, like a kiss of bitterness on the back end. But like I said, it's relatively clean. So it's really, you can see I'm just taking this down. I can see I could see why Trappist monks would drink like something like this as like just a lawnmower beer, or whatever you want to call it, like just an easygoing everyday drinking beer, or something that you just want to have a couple cans of or a couple pints of and just enjoy, because it's not too much flavor, it's not too heavy, it's very easy to drink. It is still, alcoholic and still has, alcohol content. I think, I want to say like traditional Patersbiers are a little bit lower ABV, probably in like the 4 to 5 range as opposed to 5.6. I could be wrong, like I said. Not a lot of information from me. You're not going to get a lot of information from me for the Patersbier style, because I've only had a couple. I've had a local one here, and I've had a couple in my travels going to like a couple different like Belgian breweries. In one in New York and the other one in Detroit, I can't remember, but I've had like maybe 3 or 4 total Patersbiers in my life, and they've all been very similar. They're just like, very easy to drink, and that's pretty much what the style dictates, basically, is that it's supposed to be super easy to drink. Not much more to say about it. It's really easy drinking. I mean, flavor-wise, probably drinks like something that's around 4.5–5%. The body and mouthfeel, pretty appropriate for the style. Nice flavors here, nothing too complex, but a very well-made Patersbier, if I do say so myself. And again, take that with a grain of salt, like you do most of my reviews. God, what the fuck I'm talking about. But anyway, Patersbier from Trillium, I'm going to give it a 3.75 out of 5. It's a well-made Patersbier as far as I'm concerned. Nothing crazy about it, nothing bad about it. It's a well-made Patersbier, and price point on this one was, I looked at their website because I was curious to see what this would cost. $10.20 a 4-pack. So you're talking just over $2.55 a can. For something like this, yeah, $2.55 a can is fine. Pay that every day. Nice to see Trillium brew something like this and not kick it up to, 14 or 16 bucks a 4-pack. I love Other Half, but the fact that they brew a lot of Pilsners and Helles lagers and they charge $14 to $16 4-pack, crazy. There's no reason they can't charge $10.20 or even 12 bucks for a Pilsner that's 5% or 5.5%. If Trillium's doing it at Patersbier at 5.6% for $10.20 a 4-pack, Other Half, they should be able to do it. But anyway, I don't know, I'm ranting on Other Half. Availability, brewery only, most of Trillium stuff. Maybe they, get some local distribution, whatever, and they have a couple different locations. So a beer like this is totally not going to sell out. So if they brew this again, you should be able to find it. Like I said, as part of their Permutation series, it was number 34. So the fact that they brought it back, probably they have intentions of keeping it around, and I hope they do, because it's a nice switch up from the hazies and the pastry stouts and the fruited sours, at least in my opinion. So once again, thanks to Shaun and Mike for hooking me up with this one. Thanks to everybody out there for stopping by for another beer review. If you've had this one before, let me know what you think about. Till the next one, cheers.